because of the fraud, and because of the machines, and because somebody cheated and somebody packed out all kinds of ballots. That's not the point. We can take that argument, we can go into, if any of these bar member foreign corporation judges would dare take the case, because remember, they want you to stay part of the global elite. If they were to take the case, hands down, more than enough evidence of the fraud. But why go through 2, 3, 5 years of litigation over that when it's very simple? The fact of the matter is, for those that do not believe that Biden is a legitimate president, you're absolutely correct. Nor is Harris, because they're both bar members. They're both attorneys. Now, Biden may have retired as an attorney, but he still has a title of nobility. He's got no business holding public office. That's not an argument. That's not something that we have to take into litigation. That's a matter of the Constitution. Same thing with Harris. They're illegitimate. They could not have run for office because they're both esquires. They're both bar members. They're both still listed with the British Accreditation Registry. There's 75 million people or 76 million people that voted for Trump. Trump was the only viable candidate on the ballot because he wasn't an attorney. You get it? So all you have to do is claim the 13th Amendment to the Constitution. There is no argument. There is no argument. It's very simple. They're in violation of the Constitution. Not the corporation Constitution, because that Constitution doesn't mean crap. Now, here's something for you military types. All of those that are nice uniforms and they're sitting there nice and pretty, all pompous, claiming that they're the military, you're violating your oath. Because every single officer, general, admiral, I don't care who you are, you know that this is a corporation. You know it's unlawful. You know it's unconstitutional. And you've been playing along for 150 years. It's about time for you to stand up and honor your oath. And for you fellow military officers and military personnel that fought, those that died, we can't do anything about those. Ones that lost limbs, I'm sorry, but you lost limbs, you lost your blood, sweat, and tears for a corporation, for a lie. Go back and look up the original Constitution for the United States of America.
Message Florence by Susie Lopez.
Getting a lot of phone calls. We are in a crisis because we are in violation of the Constitution. I challenge anybody that's ever been in the military, and for those pompous gentlemen that are sitting in the military and are supposedly the heads of our military, go back and look at the Constitution. Even better than that, go back and look at the military law. In 1825, the U.S. military adopted the original 13th Amendment. I should not say the original, the only 13th Amendment, as part of the body of law for the military. So since 1825, it's been a matter of military law that if you were an attorney lawyer holding a title of nobility, Esquire, you could not hold public office. That's to this day, it's still in the military books. I've got the copies I could send you. You don't have to do that. All you got to do is look it up. Everything I'm telling you, you could look up in 20 minutes. So, Biden and Harris are illegitimate because they both have titles of nobility. They're both attorneys, and neither one of them have constitutional authority to hold public office. On top of that, the entire federal government is illegitimate. It's a foreign government, foreign occupation, and have usurped the Constitution of the United States. That's why they hate Mr. Trump so much, because he was doing everything correctly to remove the corporation, to get rid of the deep state. Nothing that they do, from the cities, counties, states, they're all foreign corporations. You can look it up in the Quantus Juris Secundum, Section 19 and Section 20. It plainly explains that these foreign corporations are indeed foreign and have no standing. So, look up Quantus Juris Secundum. Look up the 1871 Act. Look up the 1866 Act. Look up the House Bill, New Hampshire House Bill 638. Educate yourselves. Then all of those that voted for Trump, all of those that want this republic to be restored, sign a petition. Real simple. Within 48 hours, you could have Biden and Harris out of office because they're illegitimate. That's how simple it really is. I don't care what Biden signs because he's got no authority to sign anything. One, he's a CEO of a foreign corporation that is actually bankrupt. It went bankrupt November 5th, 2020. The bankruptcy was finally finalized November 5th, 2020. So he's a CEO of a bankrupt corporation. Then, that notwithstanding, he's also a Esquire, therefore constitutionally couldn't hold office anyway, even if it was a legitimate government. Everything you've been told your entire life is a lie. And it's about time that you know the truth. But the truth is something that you're going to have to look up. I'm telling you what is the truth. I know this truth because I've known it for over 30 years. And I've watched it go on and on and on and on. And nobody stood up to it. Finally, you got a man that stood up to it. And look what they're trying to do. And the reason they're trying to do this is because they know that he knows. Now, the real fear is that we, the American people, will know. Now, those that know me, I've been telling this story probably for 25 years. Nobody's listened to me because I'm a nobody. But it's about time that one, the U.S. military, the Marines, the Navy, the Air Force, Coast Guard, Army, it's about time you stood up and honored your oath. Your oath was to the Constitution for the United States of America, the 1787 Constitution. And as far as all you attorneys out there, if I had my way, we would have to make Guantanamo Bay we'd have to make the jail in Gitmo a lot bigger. Because every one of you liars and thieves should be in prison for treason. because that's what you've been doing. That's what the whole judicial system's been doing. That's what the Congress has been doing. That's what the office of president, when it has a attorney in the office, it's all been treason against the Constitution. But because we didn't pay attention and we weren't keeping an eye on what they were doing, they got away with it for 150 years. Well, not now, not anymore. So that's the story. Joe Biden is illegitimate. He's in violation of the Constitution. Kamala Harris, she's illegitimate. She's in violation of the Constitution. Neither one of them can constitutionally hold office under the Constitution. And the federal government, the corporation known as the United States of America Incorporated, that went bankrupt November 5th, 2020, that's illegitimate. Now they have formed a new corporation. The new corporation's called the United States of America Company. Of course, you don't know anything about that either. But that isn't going to do them any good because the Federal Reserve's been shut down. And as I was just explained to this afternoon, the Federal Reserve can no longer transfer money around the world. It's completely out of business. They're trying to push this they're trying to push the reset. The reset that Kennedy tried to start, Reagan tried to finish, and now Trump is finishing. He set everything in motion, and it's going to shut down whether they like it or not. But it's time for we the people to stand up and uphold the Constitution of this great republic. This is not a demonocracy. This is a republic. It's time we start acting as such. I took an oath to protect and defend the Constitution. There is no expiration date on that oath. And I swore to the last drop of my blood and the blood of my fallen comrades that we would defend the Constitution. So all of you that are out there that may listen to this, that have anything to do with that oath, it's about time you stood up and understood the Constitution you took an oath to protect and defend. I got a lot more to talk about, but don't have a lot of time. But that should be enough information. So God bless, and God help us all.